Well, I know a lot of you have been waiting for this one. Boop. 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 So here we go, the Makita 18 volt inflator. How long have we been waiting? Probably not really been that long. It's just that, you know, the 12 volt one came out first and I did the review on that, and you guys weren't too impressed that Makita had put out a 12 volt one before an 18 volt one. If you look at the bases here, you'll see that the 12 volt was manufactured in April 2019 and the 18 volt in April 2020. So there you have it, 1 year apart. You notice that now they pack all the tools with a battery already attached to them? Anyway, so this is, as you can see, the kit, which is the DMP180 SF. It would be the DMP180Z if it was just the tool. So as a kit, it comes with the unit, a 3 amp hour battery, and a standard slow charger. We better swap that out. Hey, better yeah. If you were here for the giveaway, that's right, I'm giving one away, but it won't have one of these on it. It's the bare tool. If you cannot wait for the competition, have a look in the description below. You'll see the links where you can buy one for yourself. And thanks to all the people that have bought things from the links below, that is why we're able to give one of these away today. Well, I won't be giving it away today because I'm just filming it today. And yeah, anyway, you know what I mean. You won't be getting this one, you'll be getting a brand new one, don't worry about that. So only enter if you already have the batteries and chargers. Just makes my life a lot easier that way. Because different countries have different chargers, different plugs, blah blah blah. Although all batteries for Makita 18 volt LXT tools, the batteries are the same the world over. I get asked that question a lot. They're identical everywhere you go. As long as it's an LXT battery, they're all the same. So I'm giving one of these away to somebody on this planet. Be aware that depending on who wins, where you are, it might take a while to get there because of current world issues. So, the details for that competition will be later in the video. Stay tuned. Let's have a look at the features of this thing. Power button, pretty simple. Digital screen, same as the 12 volt. You've got PSI bar and kPa measurements. You pump them up like so, say 37 PSI, and pull the trigger. On the fitment end, we've got your standard, I don't know what it's called, you know, the ones that go over your car tyre, your bike tyre, that sort of thing. And this annoying little clip one, which I removed from the 12 volt one also, to go on whatever that style of fitting is. I don't have anything that uses that, so I just undid that. It's got a little key ring thing under there. This can wrap around and clip into side for storage. Pretty basic. On the front you have storage for a few extra parts for blowing up balls and sports equipment, that sort of thing. No good for blowing up airbeds, these things, okay guys? And a trigger. And a light. The trigger, as with the 12 volt, doesn't have any way of staying on. You have to hold your finger on it. Or, hang on, I just got to steal the battery off my jacket here. It's a little bit nipply today. You can get one of these contraptions. They're available in most hardware stores. Just about anywhere on earth really you can get these. They're about, it's about 10 cents worth. And this has the same problem until you get this. So we need to just make that mod on the 18 volt. Unfortunately this is not reusable, so I'm gonna have to get another one. This one I will sell with the unit, might get me a few more dollars. Because I won't be needing the 12 volt presumably now that I have the 18. There we go, switch modified. Simple, effective and cheap. Slightly longer on the 18 volt. Width, 12 volt, we're looking at, it's about 55 millimeters. And 18, we're looking at, it's pretty close, about 60. 12 volt's got the TPE overmolding on the sides, which the 18 volt does not have. They are ABS plastic, both of them. But what about the numbers? When you quickly look at the numbers, it looks like this is exactly the same as the 12, but there's just one subtle difference. So if you look at the sides here, you will see they both say 121 psi, 830 kPa, 12 litres a minute. And so you think, well, hang on a second, that's the same. It's going to take the same amount of time to do up a tyre with 18 volt as the 12 volt. But wait, I have it under good authority that this one works better at higher pressures than the 12 volt alternative. They will both put out 10 litres of air at 200 kPa, but when you get up to about 700 kPa, this will put out 4 litres, whereas this is supposedly meant to put out 6.2, so looking at 50% more. So is it going to be 50% quicker? Who knows? Let's go check it out. I've just drained the air out of both the tyres on this mountain bike. I did that by just putting the inflator on and not clamping down the little locking pin. That's the only way to deflate tyres with either of these units. So the test here is I'm going to set each inflator to 45 psi. I'm going to hold the triggers down exactly the same time. We're going to see which one cuts out first. They're both running the batteries that come in the kits. So the 12 volt has a 2 amp hour and the 18 volt has a 3 amp hour. Both freshly charged, of course. 18, 12. So what I saw there was they both started off fairly evenly, and then eventually when the pressures got higher and the pumps had to push more just to get the air in there without it fighting to get back out, the 18 volt had the better flow rate obviously at that higher pressure like they say, and so it increased speed wise relative to the 12 volt. But now here's the real test. We'll be blowing it up to 34 psi. Tyre completely flat, reading 0 psi. We'll now put this on 34. Okay, so she's ready on 34. Got my timer here. 3, 2, 1, go. Five minutes and 16 seconds to pump up one van tyre. We are set on 34. Let's lock and load. Time to beat 5:15. Looking at 45 seconds to a minute quicker. Hit 34 when it was on 4:15, but took a long time to stop, didn't it? Now I know a lot of you are already furiously typing away in the comment section about how much quicker it would be if I put a 6 amp hour on here instead of a 3. So after those two tests, the 3 amp hour battery still showing a full charge. So, now the part many of you want to know, how do I win one of these things? First rule, you have to be a resident of Earth. After that, you've got to subscribe to this channel, subscribe to my other channel. The link will be down below, including a link to another video that was put up at the same time as this video. In that video, you need to leave a comment telling me why you want this tool, why you think you deserve this tool, what you're going to use this tool for, that sort of thing. Big points for humour and stuff, and I'll go through and randomly, well, it won't be random, whichever one tickles my fancy the most, I like having my fancy tickled, who doesn't, will win this. Okay, so head down to the link in the description, subscribe to that channel, leave your comment, and one of these could be yours. I will contact the winner on the 21st of June via the comment section on YouTube. If you don't know how to reply, or you haven't got your notifications turned on or anything and you don't get the reply, if I haven't got a reply in 2 or 3 days, I will offer it to somebody else. So make sure you've got all your notifications and everything on YouTube set up right. Right, so what are the main differences? I guess you could say the cord is much better on the 18 volt, just the way it attaches to the tool. The speed on the dials here, much better on the 18 volt. The 18 volt also sounds a lot better. Pity neither has a lock off switch. Here we'll just do a sound test. 18 volt, 12 volt. The 18 volt also doesn't say household, 2 separate words, use only. So Makita are backing this as a tool, presumably, unlike this one, which people bag me a lot about, but hey, if it's got household only written on it, it's a toy, not a tool. The 18 volt seems to be about 20% faster, so yeah, that's not bad, I suppose. Would have liked to have seen a bigger increase in the speed of inflation than the 20%. Closer to 50% would have been nice. You know, 6 volts more, it's 50% more voltage. Anywho, but of course the best thing about the 18, let's try that again. But of course the best thing about the 18 volt is you can use it with your existing 18 volt battery platform that you've already got so many batteries for, without having to go out and buy the 12 volt one. So there you have it. Don't forget, jump over to the other channel, make sure you leave a comment there, put yourself in the draw to win one of these things. Not this one, a brand new one. You won't get a battery, you'll just get the tool, I'm afraid, but presumably you've already got the batteries, unlike when you had to buy this one. So, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you on the next one. Enter the competition, and one of you lucky guys is going to get one of these. Thanks for watching. Also, oh, there is runner-up prizes. There is also a couple of runner-up prizes, which is these Makita bit holders that go on your drill or impact driver that Makita unfortunately don't give you with the tool. So I'll be giving a couple of those away. Open, of course, to anybody in the world as well. Runner-up prizes to the main prize of the 18 volt DMP180 inflator. Thanks, guys.